Okay, hi guys, it's Cammie. What I've done these last couple days is what Bevan and I and Wendy and Melissa have done is we have taken our business and chose to work in public. The reason for me is I have found over the course of a few years of being with this company, I am most productive when I focus some time on this business and then go have life after that. So what we've done is we've met for coffee and breakfast a few times, sat down, focused on our business, and then life goes on. What I've done is I've tried to make it foolproof so that if somebody new comes into this business, we have basically a recipe to give them on tasks to do each day. The way I've broken it down for me personally, everybody's numbers can be completely different. You can be exactly the way I have it set up, whatever works for you. I personally will friend request at least 100 people on Facebook every day and at least 100 people I follow on Instagram every day. I will tell you 100 is, I go way above that every day, but that's my minimums. You have a day where you think I can't possibly do anything. These tasks are actually quite simple. That same day, you have to go back, and then this is the relationship building part. You have to comment on 20 people's posts on Facebook every day, and you have to comment on 20 people's posts on Instagram every day. The videos I've been watching lately, most people talk about the messaging system on Instagram not being that great, and I will agree with that. Have you found that from doing it?
Actually, the direct messaging, they just changed it last night.
So there we go.
It is insane.
Is it like Facebook?
It's more like Facebook, and they group everything together now. So like, okay, so like you have somebody who's like...
This is Cassie, by the way.
Hi, guys. So if you guys have like somebody who's liked more than one picture and stuff, well, what happens is now is it groups it together. So instead of trying to figure out how many times you're messaged, like, hey, you want to,
so if you've already messaged that person, it comes up.
It comes up.
Perfect.
So it's different now, and there's not that little blue thing anymore. It's a blue circle saying that you have a message.
Perfect.
So it's all different now. It changed last night.
Okay, so then before last night, what I did was I actually have my Facebook profile on my Instagram page to direct people over to Facebook. But my goal is to send out at least...
You put that information in the space where it says website.
Okay, so you put that information in your link in the space where it says website on your profile.
I was just putting it in my profile information, and then it didn't light up as a...
So what that means is I'm going to message at least 30 people a day. And that message is going to look totally different for everyone. Some people that may be new to following me or that may have just commented or liked one of my pictures, the message might be, thanks for liking my picture, how are you? The message, if they commented on a post where I said, I love that I get to work from home, the message might be, thanks for commenting on my picture of my coffee cup and with me and my jammies. I love working from home. What do you do? Very simple. It's not, thanks for liking, do you want to buy a wrap? It's not that salesy. It's more of a relationship building task, basically. What we were talking about this morning is, in this business, you can no longer just sit by the side of the road and kind of, wait for people to come to you. It doesn't work that way. It's called social media for a reason. We want you to be social. We want you to be happy. We want you to... Basically, if somebody were to look at your Facebook or your Instagram profile, they'd be like, I want to hang out with that person. I want their life. I want their adventure. I want their fun. That's going to draw people in. So your goal is to foster new relationships and take care of the ones you already have. Reaching out to somebody you knew from high school, somebody that liked your picture that you have no idea how you became friends with that person. You reach out to them. You say hi. I've gotten a lot of people, when you send a lot of messages, they say, hi, how do I know you? And I'll say, I don't think we do. Your name came up on my suggested friends list, and they'll either block me, which happens, or they'll say, okay, today what happened was I had somebody who noticed we had 3 mutual friends. We both listed out how we knew those 3 people. We had probably a 20-minute conversation going on Facebook. That's great. Now my name is in her head. So guess what I did? She was one of the 20 people I chose to go and look at her profile, look at her pictures, comment on a few. Now she's seen me twice. Now she's seen my name. Now she knows a little bit about me. It's about building relationships. And the other thing that we talked about is the 3-3 rule that Bevan was talking about. That is, each day you should be doing 3 business-related posts and 3 lifestyle posts. Now, as far as the business posts, you should break them up. You should not go to your page and see 20 before and after pictures. Do a business post, a before and after, and a picture of a product. And again, that can be something like a picture of your coffee cup and your slippers. I'm so grateful I get to work from home and enjoy my coffee on my couch instead of in the car in rush hour traffic. Something as simple as that, and if somebody scrolls through, they're going to see that. They're not seeing join my team for $99. It's a different way of approaching it to make you more
relatable.
Thank you. More thoughtful, more relatable, more like their friend next door instead of, you know, the used car salesman trying to sell them a car. And then as far as your lifestyle posts, here's what we talked about today. In your life, everybody has things that interest them. Everybody has dreams. Everybody has food they love to eat. Everybody has family members that they love. I personally, my job outside of the wrap business is I'm an esthetician. I do eyebrows for a living as well as this, so I love following makeup artists or other estheticians or people in the salon industry. I have 2 boys, so I also like to follow people who use the hashtag BoyMom or BoyMomProblems. That's a fun one. So what I encourage you to do is, in your quest to find your 100 people to follow each day, go to your page, look up your page and see the last picture that you posted that had a bunch of likes. Write those people down and start messaging them, okay? As far as who you're going to follow. Now, here's where it depends. I will tell you, me personally, again, it's the boy mom people. That's who I look for. It's the, this is on Instagram from hashtags. It's the boy moms, it's the estheticians, it's hairstylists, it's anything that holds my interest. I know Melissa because she's engaged to be married. Like, her interests happen to be with, you know, wedding planning and things along those lines. I know, Cassie, you've reached out to people because of the special needs hashtag you've used. If you feel like you don't have a fun life, nobody's going to think it's fun to follow you. So if you feel like your page is boring, you need to learn how to spice it up. If you don't go to the beach every day, but you love a beach, guess what? Google beach, look for images, and find one you'd want to stick your toes in that sand and put that on your page. I'd love to stick my toes in this sand. Done. That's it. It doesn't have to be drawn out. People want to feel like they're kind of living vicariously through you type of thing. So that's my suggestions on posting. I did challenge, Wendy and I were talking today, and I did challenge her, set some time frames. You know, my phone has alarms set every 2 hours. I have to do something related to my business every 2 hours. And for me, it's making sure I get my posts in. It's making sure I go through and unfollow people on Instagram. It's making sure I watch videos, check in with the team pages. Find out your best way to work and run with it. I watched a video. I just actually posted it on our team page about, it was Christy DeJesus did a video. There was Jen Keller in that video, and then another girl named, I believe, Amanda Pruitt. And what I loved is that these 2 women, both extremely successful, run their businesses totally opposite. What works for me doesn't have to work for you, and vice versa. Find what works for you. One of the girls is home with her kids all day long. When she puts her kids to bed between like 8 and midnight, that's when she does most of her work. The other girl, her kids are in school all day. Once they go to school, she has her cup of coffee, and then that's when she sits down and does a bunch of her posting and her follow-up on, you know, her social media. So find what works for you. Something else Bevan and I were talking about today is working towards a bonus. There's a lot of phenomenal bonuses that our company puts out, and they're great. And I love getting a bonus. I love getting those little checks in the mail when someone gets fast start bonus. I love it. I just want to make sure everybody knows that a bonus is a bonus. If you're doing the work to get you to the bonus, the long term is far greater than a bonus. Now, I'm not going to say don't go for the bonuses because, again, they're awesome. Go for them. But work regardless of what bonus is on the table. Work your business like you had a boss standing over you saying, you're fired if you don't post at least 6 times today. You're not going to get a paycheck this week if you don't at least follow up with 20 people this week. Pretend like somebody else is in charge of your business if it's harder for you to motivate yourself. I think that's...
Do you want to talk a little bit about,
all I have?
You know, we've talked about, like, how do you message 100 people a day? What exactly does that entail?
So, perfect example is today. Let me read you some of what my messages today were.
But explain the different types.
Yes. Okay, hold on.
Jocelyn did a great Periscope
Today.
Today and last night.
Yeah.
Melissa and I were discussing it last night because she did a great Periscope last night about she answered a lot of mine and Melissa's questions that we've been having. And she's like, obviously, I've been in this business for 2.5 years, and so I have a plethora of things to go through. She has not been one to message people when they like something. She goes, but Jade Hooper does it, and I'm gonna start doing it.
Right.
And so Jade Hooper's a big one. She'll message anybody who likes her post or anything, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, and that's how you get
there's always something to be following up with.
Right. That's how you get your follow up. So, my goal is 50 people a day, messaging 15 people a day. And so that's part of it, of whoever likes your Instagram business post, product post, anything like that, you message those people. The same thing with Facebook. And then if you're shy, 10 people or whatever to hit your goal, then what you do is you get your friends list out and you just start messaging people on your Facebook friends list. And Jocelyn says, just say, hey, have you tried that crazy wrap? Nothing else. If they say no, you could say oh my God, are you serious? Did you want to try it? Here are my before and after pictures, and just start being relatable and stuff like that. But that's what she does. Jocelyn, her plan is messaging yesterday she did the A's, today she's doing the B's, the C's, and she's just going through and messaging. What that does is even if they say no, thank you, you are communicating with them, and it's allowing them to see your post more frequently. So if they're not on your 20 list of going through and commenting, then you're just messaging them. So even if they say no, I'm not interested, well, they're starting to see your post now. And then that's just all subliminal messaging. Right.
So what Cassie's talking about is there's an algorithm on Facebook. The people that you communicate with the most, they're the ones that will show up on your feed. So I will tell you that I am hard pressed to see a lot of your guys' posts because I'm commenting and following people. When we were at Corner Bakery today, I had a girl call me from Philadelphia. I don't know anybody in Philadelphia. This is somebody that I've been communicating with for at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
At least a year. She called me today.
Right.
And it's because when a BOGO came out, I'd go through my list of messages that people that I hadn't followed up with in a while. I'd send her, hey, are you still thinking about trying a wrap? It's just a constant follow-up. It's a constant thing. So
yeah. And Jade Hooper had an amazing YouTube thing last night. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was an hour long, and she released it last night. But I sat there for an hour after Jocelyn's Periscope and I watched it. And if you guys haven't seen it, I totally go.
It was a Periscope or a YouTube?
I think it was it's on YouTube now. I don't know if it was on YouTube, if it was on Periscope, but it's on YouTube now. But she literally laid out the next 4 months key things.
It's on
YouTube. Literally, she's if you are doing social media, she's you are 3-3 rule, messaging, and follow up Fridays. That's what you're doing every single day. If you are face to face, you are blitz, wrap, repeat every single day. She goes, and you know what? She's if you don't do this, you will not pay cash for Christmas. You will not hit Ruby. It's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally lays out. She's I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. She's if you guys do, she goes, it takes 7 to 21 times a follow up, or 21 times a follow up, for somebody to actually jump on board. So if you're following up on Fridays every single week, and if you count the weeks, 21 weeks is the first week of February, which is boom time. So she's like, if you guys are not following up and you guys, she goes, this is the time not to necessarily have results. She's like, yeah, like if you're already Ruby now and you're doing what you need to be doing and you're talking to the people that you need to be talking to, she goes, yeah, she goes, you could be diamond by Christmas. You could pay cash for Christmas. Yeah, but you know what? By March, you could be triple diamond.
Right.
Exactly.
And so she's like, the fortune is in the follow-up. And she's like, you have to be consistent. She's like, if you're messaging 10 people a day, well, 10 times 30 is only 300 people a month. So there's a percentage that each is going to follow up into those next weeks.
Right.
So I know Jocelyn and I know Jade are doing 100 a day. And she goes, so I'm talking to 3,000 new people because I want big things to happen. And
Sorry, hubby's hosting something out.
So that's my goal is 50 because you know what? I've been in this business for 4 months. I haven't got the repertoire of follow-ups yet. I'm still building my stuff. But you know what? 50 is doable. And
It's totally doable.
Totally doable. And you know, and so that's what, but it was an amazing YouTube last night because she literally lays out how to get to Ruby, how to plan out these next 4 months. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're at 16.